Ebusianfo memo bibi akwaba eba Melodies TV so. There is a news coming through, and this is coming from court. Now, the Democracy Hub, led by Oliver Baka, at the NDC, Ako Court. Omo ACK, a year court injunction. Efa Ayawaso East by election. Na a course no. Now, for people who don't understand what's going on, I'm just going to give you the brief, and then we go into the main story. Now, yenim say Nansei enam so His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ebeje ne appointee a ambassador for Nigeria, your friend Baba Jamal. Na ni nane say NDC MP a Ayawaso East. Yewra fi fufuru mu no, fufi antoata eno free mu. Nti ofiri mu no na say NDC for ekokoto aba. Na abato ni mu no ene ehu say ye chiche TV, ye chiche sika ene nsensem. Ghana fo nyina eba be kan sansem no. NDC for ka say wo mo ye investigations e won nsem ni mu. NDC for be ye investigations no mo de report ba bontin be tre say obi bia na wo contest HABB. Na omoka say enu nti ye pame omu nyina ne akoto aba no fofora emre ni ho. Nti omo de omo mfa ne sa na omo ma Baba Jamal na no on representing NDC. So that was the decision that came, right? Nti NDC for editor Baba Jamal eso so wono na oye the candidates, parliamentary candidates for that particular constituency. Some people were disappointed because people thought say at least for the very first time say you say votes buying akoswa at least NDC and take some solid action. Na Ghana for who say enya agro and NDC for a buy. But at the end of the day, say allegedly obi akwakochi TV. Now still more peneso amani pakrono. Say still one standard there. Not just a munye serious. Now no and a democracy have been led by Oliver Baka. I say etiambra vote buying etiambra. And to say NDC force or mun take action there or no the courts. Na wahedi court ebeka. I'm going to tell you what I think about what Oliver Baka is doing, even though I'm an NDC guy. I'm going to tell you that. But this is basically the story. What you see. Na me pese me kenkan near here in Semnimo. And then your first time wa subscribe na click the notification bell on so. Oye ne sa latest news biaba on sa ebeka. Nansa ne ebeka on Semnimo no. Me guswa kayo se o akwala bi ana se o wafasi bi na opeso throne of deck. School back open America recommend the amount. You're from Sanctuary College or more than Suman. They have hostel facilities. For a woman, it was 053 7730 272. Another one, and they say, well, your nest now person koko practice wa brochia. A ya na mo throw exams be friend out. Obi abedi adanse sa exams na ya na esi edin. Obi biara will register with Sanctuary College. Will be throw sa exams ni biano. A ya no munya ne fofofo. Inti for a number no, if you are in any of these situations. Me sound so I will say, oh yeah, Ghana ni na team, this is the time to invest in Ghana. Michelle, learn how to invest in Ghana. Book na that screen is on your friend the Ghanaian investor. A better baby I would do sika sha dachi a beso aba palma. So upe book no ne hard copy ko Amazon na search the Ghanaian investor na to book no. Ya be shape ya ba baby a bia. So open a soft copy. Ni tree video and I said ni English video ewo phone so dia number ni 055-807-4986 100 cedi spec link ewo comment box ni mo obetumi click esa link no na wa download the book no ewo phone so partial. Now young concept ni mo I say Democracy Hub seeks court injunction to halt Ayawaso East by election. As a pressure group, Democracy Hub has filed a lawsuit at the High Court in Accra in a bid to halt the upcoming Ayawaso East parliamentary by-election. The group argues that the process that produced the National Democratic Congress candidate was tainted by vote buying and inducement. The suit, filed on Monday, February 16, 2026, by Oliver Baka Vomewo on behalf of the group, names the National Democratic Congress, the Electoral Commission, and the Attorney General's Department as defendants. I say Ayawaso East by-election, widow of late MP. Okay, sorry. I say at the heart of the case is a request for an interlocutory injunction to stop the EC from conducting the March 3rd, 2026 by-election until the court determines whether the NDC's parliamentary primaries complied with constitutional requirements. Oliver Back and some of the aqua mu ewo court ne se ono di osusu se ade esi no etiamra by election no ebekọ so ana ebeba so March 3rd. O katre judge say judge twen so member by election nko so sei until say yebehu until say yebeti ase say the esi na ya de pa ana say yebone. Because here the Yesusu say yebone. Also, in its statement of claim, Democracy Hub argues that the NDC's Ayawaso East primaries was characterized by widespread vote buying, inducement, and monetization, which it says undermines democratic principles enshrined in Ghana's 1992 constitution. According to the court filing, even the party's own fact-finding committee acknowledged that the integrity of the process had been fundamentally compromised, raising serious constitutional questions. Also, the suit further argues that relying on the outcome of such a process breaches Article 555 of the Constitution, which requires political parties to organize themselves in line with democratic principles. Democracy Hub is therefore asking the court to temporarily suspend the by-election, warning that allowing it to go ahead could create legal consequences that cannot be undone. And basically, asemwa Oliver Baka country court and say Ghana mra ehim say political party biano e was say udi uhuni. It is a NDC for ankasa kwa koye committee. Na mo committee report aba. Na report na chese wo mu ndi omuhuni dia and the court take action. Memma by election emba so. Because the by election no kokoba so a ya ade bia ebe ha Ghana ye democracy. Ye betwa sasa na to ho. What do I have to say about this? I will go back to one of the reasons why I told you when I was campaigning for the NDC in 2024. One of the reasons I'm a catcher and they say the entire campaign ama NDC. And they say the NDC is the political party so omoba abemwa standard eya ye hodi omotu no too high. And it is not a bad thing because we are say obienim say efie bia no nipa wo ye nipa papa no ono ene ye holding to high standard. Efie bia wo bi wo ho a odi bone odi sa bone na ya na yemfi no wo asumesi de sa na ote abentin de sa na ote ni eyi yeni because ono no yenim se ono de ni subanye. But akwala wo fi a yenim se ni subanye no no so koye sa bone ni bia eya na reaction na ye de ba no eye too much. Akwala na hwe ye obeka se ye tan no da bi eye because ni yenim ne sa na tre say ye hold you in high esteem. It is good. To make a tremor say NDC ba mu a and all the civil society organizations name crop for a hold you more in high esteem. And this is a perfect example. During NPP 8 years, every single time we saw acts of vote buying. Every single moment. NPP fought to me be chiche cast ni motos ni nyamani na. But did you ever hear any civil society organization speak against it? Did you ever hear anyone say you're the court, Dabi? Why? Because the NDC is always held in high esteem. Standard that you resume NDC near high HMPP. And this confirms that. Do I like what Oliver Baka is doing? Yes. Even though I'm an NDC guy, I like what he's doing. Now, this was some of the things that now Oliver Baka warrior under MPP. MPP for accusing and saying we NDC ni. And the MPP for now one more accusing so we NDC ni. Are they seeing how this guy is moving? Why are they quiet? Would they still say we're NDC Niana? It's up to them. But basically, let's see how it goes in court. I hope that the court will give a ruling that will help our democracy moving forward. What you say, and for the NDC themselves, I hope say they are planning to institute certain measures sadie we NCBum. What you say, the American no. Mr. Montreal, your comment box ni mo.